good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Andy, and this is Anfield Road Wolves Now video cast. Today I'm going to talk about all the negativity that has been taking place on Twitter the last few days. I've seen all over my timeline today people complaining about a section of our fans who are really negative about what's been not happening, I guess, in the transfer window over the last week or so. And I'm not here to criticize people for being negative. I understand where they're coming from, and I'm going to explain why, or try to. I'm 45 years old, and I've been going to watch Liverpool since the late 1970s. So I've been very fortunate to have seen some of the greatest triumphs in the club's history. And so it's easy for me to look back and feed off those memories, even though in recent years we haven't been as successful as we were during the early stages of my life and supporting the club. So I was trying to draw on something when I was younger that happened and caused me to be very negative, feel very emotionally negative at the time. And it was in 1987. It was, I think, my third or fourth Wembley final. We played Arsenal in the League Cup final. Back then it was called the Littlewoods Cup, and we played Arsenal in the final, and it was a good game from what I remember. I think Ian Rush scored the first goal, and at the time when Rushy scored, Liverpool, it was an amazing record. Liverpool had never lost when Ian Rush was on the score sheet. I think I'm right in saying that. And we scored first, but Arsenal scored 2 goals and won the game 2-1, I believe. And I remember it's back in the day, Wembley was mostly standing. I was at one end of the ground with my dad and a couple of friends, and my reaction to losing was not great. I was 15 years old at the time, threw my flag on the ground in disgust, and was basically inconsolable for several weeks afterwards. And at the time, and the age I was at, it was hard to see Liverpool lose because we won so many games and we won so many trophies. But I think a lot of the maybe I'm wrong. A lot of the negativity on Twitter these days is from younger people, and people who haven't experienced the glory days that many of us who were alive when we were winning the league every year, winning cups, and it was awesome. And so put it into context, I think the greatest moment for me as a supporter of Liverpool Football Club, and for many Liverpool supporters, was when we won the European Cup final in Istanbul. And so if you were born in the early 2000s, you haven't really seen Liverpool win very many trophies. In fact, since Istanbul, Liverpool have won 3 trophies, if you don't include the Charity Shield. If I was a Man United supporter, I'd probably include that. But we've basically won the UEFA Super Cup, the League Cup, and the FA Cup. Our last trophy was the League Cup, when Kenny was the manager in 2011-12. Our last league title was in 1990. So if you're, younger than 20 years old, then you've never seen Liverpool win a title. So I understand why you're frustrated and why people are so negative. We want Liverpool Football Club to be successful. We're desperate for it. Many of us think we deserve it, but we actually have to go out and earn it. And I really strongly believe that Jurgen Klopp is the man to do that for us. He's taken this club into a new era. It feels like it used to feel. Rafa Benitez almost had that. I think if he would have had the backing of, if we'd have had good owners at that time, I think Rafa would have taken us to the levels we want and we expect from back in the old days. But that wasn't to be. And a lot of the negativity surrounding FSG, whether they're going to be the owners that back Jurgen Klopp and bring back the glory days, that's still up in the air, although I believe they will, and I strongly hope they will. So anyway, those were just my thoughts for today, and I hope you click the like button, share this YouTube video, follow Anfield Road Wolves on Twitter. Please check out the podcasts. I think they're extremely entertaining and a lot of fun and bringing a lot of fans together. And hopefully we'll have something to cheer about next season. Cheers, lads. Bye.